Algebra mistakes we make, part 1. We are going to talk about simple algebra mistakes that we make daily. We have 0 over 2, which is equals to 0, and we have 2 or any other number divided by 0, which is no, don't do it, it's undefined, and I'm going to explain in a bit. If you have 1 over 2, as we see there, 1 over 2 or 5 over 10, we have 1 over 2, meaning you have 1 orange. Sorry for the oranges there. You have 1 orange dividing to 2 people, all right? Each person will have an orange. You have only 1. You are giving it to 2 people, so each person get half. Or let's say you have 5 oranges given to 10 people. Each person get half an orange, so you can cross out 5 and 10, and you are going to get 1 over 2. What this means is that if you have 0 oranges, all right, 0 oranges, and then you are giving it to 2 people, right? Each person gets 0 because you don't have an orange, so they get nothing. All right, so this is actual mathematical. It makes sense. You can have nothing and you are giving to 2 people and then they get 0. But if you have 2 oranges and you are giving it to nobody, why would you divide 2 oranges if you are giving it to nobody? And so we say that it doesn't make sense, because you have 2 oranges, or let's say you have 10 oranges divided by 0. 10 divided by 0 is undefined. Why undefined? Because you can't divide 10 if you are dividing it for nobody. All right, there are more videos in this section. Check out part 2, 3 and 4. Like and follow, comment if you algebra mistakes that we make, part 2. All right guys, let's talk about this particular mistake that we make often. All right, the square of 4x, or you can say 4x all squared. All right, 4x all squared simply means that the squared is affecting all the numbers inside the bracket, which is 4 squared multiplying x squared, which in total will give us 16x squared. So 4x all squared is not 4x squared. 4x all squared is not 16x, but 4x all squared, the square affects the square affects the x, and it also affects the 4. So 4 squared will give us 16, and then x squared will give us x squared. So the answer is 16x squared. Check algebra mistakes we make, part 3. All right guys, let's do this real quick. If you have negative number squared, it's not going to give you a negative answer. If you have minus 5 squared, is equals to minus 5 times minus 5, which will give you positive 25. Any negative number multiplied by any negative number will give you a positive answer. So if you have minus 2 squared, is equals to minus 2 times minus 2, which will give you positive 4. So minus 10 squared is going to give you positive 100. Flowing like for more.